director's been lying to you!
Help!
Welcome to my Chronostrike review, where I will be giving you all the answers you need to consider buying or not buying Chronostrike. Have you ever heard of a little game called Super? Well, if you're a long time watcher of my channel, then you'll probably know that I love Super Hot. It's one of my favourite games of all time in VR, and I've played it so many times. And to them ends, I've been wanting to play a game that just has that oomph that I really enjoyed from Super Hot. But alas, many have come and many have got close, but no cigar. Until now. Enter Chronostrike. At its core, Chronostrike is kind of super hot, but it kind of goes a bit further as well. There is a story within this one, and it's actually not too bad. It's also voiced, which does help with the atmosphere. The game is multiplayer as well. It's penned down as a 2-player co-op game, and I was so excited to try it, but I couldn't get a game, unfortunately. But I will be going back in and doing a multiplayer video just for your perusal. It's okay, it does have the slowy down bit where if you move, time moves. If you stay still, time stays still. That is pretty darn essential to this sort of game. But it also has the ability to press A, which will advance time at a really fast pace so that you're not waiting for these. It's one of the bugbears that I had with Super Hot. At the end of a round, you sometimes had to wait, and then you're flapping your arms around to move stuff. In this, you just press A. So again, you're routed to one position each time you go into a sort of like memory type thing. And each time you go in, you're routed, and you sometimes have weapons or you have to fight for your weapons. Luckily enough, it does have that thing where if you shoot someone closest to you, then the weapon will come towards you and you just grab it and use it. Shooting the weapons is quite intuitive, and it does actually make you feel kind of badass, especially when you're taking out a whole room of like enemies with lasers flying around and shooting these other set pieces that are firing at you. And then there's the melee weapons, which again, I can't really fault. They just felt really good to use. The sounds are awesome, and I'll come back to that later. But yeah, I really did enjoy it, and I felt almost like a ninja or something playing with this, especially knocking bullets out of the air. It's just really well done. Again, this one's done in set levels or memories or however you want to call them, and basically once one's done, it does this cool effect, and then you move on to the next level and just keeps going. But each level obviously is different, otherwise it would be rather boring. Chronostrike is very much a hit once and you die and then start again at the beginning of the level. In fact, most of the time when you go to a new level, it's you accept you're gonna get it like the first 2 times, and then after that you know where to go and stuff like that. Chronostrike has a very good Matrix feeling. It's nailed that thing that I really liked about Super Hot. You can tell it's taken the inspiration, tried to add it a little bit of its own in there, but it hasn't gone to the fray of what other devs have done and basically tried to change it to the way they want it to be. They've left it, the core play, core mechanic as it is, and have run with it, and run they have. Graphically, it's gone for more of a, more realistic type feel to it, and there's nothing wrong with that. It works. Then you've got the bullets that mainly are all in red. I wonder if that's a homage to Super Hot. That's interesting. But basically, yeah, it looks incredible. To be fair, especially on the MetaQuest. I was playing on the MetaQuest 3. I had no stutterings or anything like that. It ran pretty smooth and I had no problems. Sound-wise, I was even more pleased because it's voiced and this story's like told through different people with their voices, which is woo. You wouldn't want to read anything really that in-depth whilst playing this game. It just wouldn't work. And can I mention those sounds that the swords make when they actually hit a bullet? Oh my good grief. Oh. There's several different voices. How about the... Oh! It's just one of the best sounds I've ever heard. It's so awesome. They've nailed it again with the right sound. It just literally sounds like you're hitting a bullet with your sword. And moving on to the score, and this is for the single player, not the multiplayer, although I will be doing something for the multiplayer very soon. Right, so this is the closest I've ever got to super hot, and for that I'm going to be giving it an 8 out of 10. I can see why it's got 4.9s on the actual Metascore. It's just so good. Hit me up in Discord if you want a referral key to the game or any of the other games I have in my library. Subscribe! Bye bye.